So you are being proactive, right? And not reactive to what's coming here. And I have this friend who, on the course of this whole currency collapse and the talk of everything that's been going on over the last few years, he went and sold his home. And he sold his home to be proactive instead of reactive. He was not going to wait until the government had run him over. He decided he was going to take affirmative action, and he did. And he sold his home right as the government revalued everybody's homes and said, oh, your home, I don't know, it was worth $800,000. Now it's worth $1.2 million. By the way, we just put your taxes up. And we've put your taxes up, and we've revalued your land and put the taxes up on that as well. So his property was about $1,500 he was paying in taxes a year, and it went to $6,500. He got out right as the $6,500 new taxes arrived. And so the government is obviously coercing everybody to, just everything. I mean, here in Australia now, they're going to charge you to put solar back into the grid. And, so they wanted everybody on solar, now they're going to charge you to generate solar. So it's absolutely ridiculous. And they are doing everything they can to follow the agenda of you'll be happy and own nothing. So anyway, this man decided he'd get proactive. He sold his home, did very well out of it before it tanked. And obviously people are going, well, my house is worth more. Yeah, no, you've got inflation. Your buying power is disappearing. So he followed the piece where it seemed right to him. He sold his land and he bought precious metal. And it was just the day we were talking, and he said, look, the precious metal that I've bought, he said, I've been renting a house, the precious metal, the appreciation in that has covered all my rent. And so he said, basically I've lived free for a year if I wanted to go that way. And I'm just very honored to be around men and people that are being proactive in what they're doing to get ahead of this thing. Too many people are sitting, sucking their thumbs, not knowing what to do, or they're just so locked into ordinary that they can't see the extraordinary or the exceptional. And this is not a time to close down. This is not a time to shut off. This is a time to open up, but to be creative with what you do. I'm writing a book on creativity, and it'll be my fourth book. So I don't know when it'll come out. One chapter ends, another opens. And I think one of the greatest creative things around our life is love. And I was impacted by somebody that released creative in my life in a greater way, released me back into the creative. And I think the divine love that brings a creative in us brings about answers. I mean, another man looking at gold mines in South America or other parts of the world, looking at a gold mine, and it was, in talking with him, it's not out of the league. It's not something that's it's completely attainable. And people are looking and going, well, how do we? I don't have the money for that. Well, if that's your thinking, you just curl up in the corner. If that's your thinking, nothing's ever going to work for you. You're waiting for somebody to do it for you. You're waiting for somebody to take responsibility for your life, and you don't know what you're doing. Rise up. I don't know what I'm doing, but as I follow the piece, things unwrap for me. As I follow the piece, things open. I get with all the right people in all the right places doing all the right things, where too many people don't want to change, so they're happy to sit in all the wrong places with all the wrong people doing all the wrong things because, well, I don't want to change. It's too much effort. And what if I make a mistake? Make a mistake, friend. There are no mistakes. When you get on a path and you're moving on that path, there's no mistake. There's just life. If you want to see it as a mistake, all that says is that you've got insecurity and fear, and you're living in your insecurity and fear, and it's defining you and defining everything that you do in life. It's creating failure around your life. But as you rise up and say, you know what? I know who God's made me. I don't know everything I need to do. I don't have all the answers, but I'm pushing the boundaries. I've talked about it for me. I mean, I've lived a life pushing boundaries for 20 years. It's cost me some of the people that were dearest to me that didn't want to live that life. And God bless them. They live whatever they want to live, but I can't change who I am to try to please people. And as I've moved ahead, I find that the uncertainty of not knowing tomorrow. You'll wake up some days and you'll be in fear. You'll wake up some days and you'll think, what am I? I don't look like anybody else. I'm not doing things like anybody else. Am I too far out there? But you start to realize that, if somebody's got a job where they're going 9 to 5, and that's great, people need to do that. It's not me. If you're going to have a 9 to 5 job, you know what's going to happen tomorrow. You know what's going to happen the next day. I was away out of Australia for over 20 years. When I got back, some of the people dearest to me, their lives were the same, exactly the same as when I left 20 years ago. They might have had a little bit of different scenery around them. They might have had some different people that have come in and out of their lives, but pretty much their life had been scripted for 20 years. I couldn't live that. Am I saying that's bad? Absolutely not. That's their choice. But for me, when I wake up in the morning, there's that uncertainty many days of going, well, gee, what today? What's going on? I don't look like normal. I'm in a society where everybody looks like black and I look like white. And sometimes that's not real easy. And I've had women that have looked at me and gone, well, he's different. He's weird. He's not like others. Well, yeah. But the right person's going to look at that and go, thank God he's not like others. Thank God that he's got what he's doing. And friend, I want to encourage you. It's the same for you. Even if you've been in the 9 to 5, step out. Take a small step. I had people I know. I remember I used to try to help people. I would feed people. I was feeding these people in this food pantry type ministry and offered yogurt to this lady one time, a strawberry yogurt. And she was like, oh, no, I can't take strawberry yogurt. My sons, who were like 16 years old, have only ever had vanilla yogurt, and I can't give them strawberry yogurt. I wouldn't, no. Friend, eat some strawberry yogurt. You know what? Lash out. Why don't you try some passion fruit and mango? And, we have been so scripted, and we're just waiting for somebody to be our answer instead of the divine. When you get into the divine, love, the creativity is limitless. Your answers are limitless. And we don't have to have what everybody else has said we need to be. You have the strength, the freedom, the audacity to be you. So I want to really encourage you today. Take proactive steps. Like my friend, start to take proactive steps. It might be small. I took some small steps and some massive things have arrived out of that. And it's so much so it's taking a paradigm shift in my thinking to be able to walk into what's there. It's times you just wish people were there that would bring out the better than best in you, and you bring out the better than best in them. And I think it's those sort of people, the right people in the right places doing the right things, that bring out the answer in you. You are the answer. You've got the answer. God's got the answer for you. But yep, it might mean you're going to have to make some hard decisions. Make those hard decisions now. What's that verse I keep saying? Fall on the rock and be broken, lest it falls on you and grinds you to a powder. In other words, let's put it another way. If you're too proud to act, the rock will fall on you and grind you to a powder. Life will fall on you and absolutely destroy you. You won't have the strength to have pride. I've been there. You won't have the strength to have pride when you're just trying to get through the next hour. But now you can swallow pride. You can start to say, I'm going to act. People might look at me and think that I'm a little odd, whatever. Do what you need to do. Start taking the actions now. Fall on the rock and be broken. Change your way of life. Change what you're doing. Change who you're with. Change where you are and move in the right direction and be broken by that. Stand up while you've got strength and move forward. And before that rock falls on you, this globalist rock or life's rock or society's rock or spiritual rock, whatever falls on you and completely grinds you to a powder. You don't want it, friend. Come on, get up and go, because there's a great group of people waiting for you. God bless. Keep moving.